As you know, the Voice to Parliament debate is raging on. Julian Leeser has quit the front bench and the Yes campaign is finding new manipulative ways of pushing their agenda. Someone who knows all about that is Indigenous leader Warren Mundine, and he joins me now. Warren, let's start with the Joint Select Committee.
G'day.
The Australian reports that today one of the Voice architects, Marsha Langton, told the Joint Select Committee inquiring into the Voice that the advisory body must be enshrined into the Constitution to address a deep level of cynicism and pessimism in remote communities. What's your response to that?
What are they got cynicism and negative thoughts about the Voice? Is that what she's talking about? We've seen a whole lot of videos and a whole lot of comments coming out of the bush, the traditional owners, in remote and regional Australia, and some of them are saying that they haven't even heard of the Voice. Others are saying they don't know what the Voice is, and others are saying that we haven't been consulted. In fact, one of the clan leaders up in the Tiwi Islands was very vocal about that, had been consulted. None of this surprises me because, Marsha Langton, she's a professor at Melbourne University, and that's fantastic. And Megan Davis, another professor at New South Wales University, and that's fantastic. It just shows that this whole campaign is about elites trying to cement their own power within the Constitution, and that the people out in the bush are being totally ignored.
And we also had Pat Anderson address the committee, and she argued that the Voice was born after unprecedented consultations. And I know you've got some strong feelings about that claim.
Of course it was unprecedented. They had a select group of people who got together. You had consultation, you had to be, invited to come to the consultations. And they said, and it's in all their writing. So the evidence is sitting there that people want to have a look at it, saying, we wanted to do that because we wanted to have a consensus. To me, that's just party stacking. And I've been around politics a long time, and I tell you what, that's the best stack I've ever seen. They picked their own people. They picked and the people who went to, even when they thought they had it all sewn up. They went to the Central Australia for their meeting at the resort there, and they still had to walk out. So I just sit there and think this is all nonsense. And what she said was a lie. She lied to the committee.
Well, I wouldn't call her a liar. I would say that's her perspective. But you are right about the Uluru Statement from the Heart and the misperception that is the viewpoint of all Indigenous people, that this has been a view that's been arrived at after this lengthy consultation and everyone's on the same page. And obviously that's not accurate, Warren, is it?
No, it's not. And the more we get into this, the more and more people are coming out and saying no. You've seen that polling just done recently, where they had every state was for the Yes campaign. The good news for us is that it's in the low 50s. So all we have to do is flip 2% of the population, and the whole thing just collapses. This is just a wasted exercise. It's built on falsehood that Aboriginals don't have a voice. We'll tell that to Twiggy Forrest. He just had his irrigation closed down because of Aboriginals in the bush. Said he couldn't have it. So that's a strong voice I've ever had. One of the richest places in Australia was denied access to water. So so this idea that Aboriginals have no voice, that is just total falsehood. They're playing a game. And the only thing they have going for them is but this is the nice thing to do. And besides... Well,
Warren, we love hearing from you because you tell it like it is, you're no nonsense, and you just lay it out. And you're right, the Twiggy Forrest decision is a very good example of advisory bodies and the power they already hold. Warren Mundine, thank you so much for joining me tonight.